Everybody, welcome back with the Purplatypus is the name, and welcome to another sort of Convallaria video. Today, I am challenging you to deal as much damage in a single attack as you can. I'm going to give you the first attempt of mine here. Now, is this min-maxed to all hell? No, I constructed a team. Every unit has a purpose. I know we could do better, all right? Not just from leveling up, but from an efficiency standpoint. But I want to see how much damage you can do in a single attack. And I'm not talking about multi-hit attacks, all right? I want to see one big-ass number. I don't want to see HP percent attacks. I don't want to see, again, multi-hit attacks. I don't want to see like they have the hangman's mark and they're dying, and so you do an extra 30% of their maximum HP. I don't want to see that. I want to see good, honest, fat damage numbers based off stats and defense. So I'm going to show you my attempt here. This is a failure because I just wanted to do it against a boss. Step one, if you're trying to beat me, you should do a stage with a 6th character because that's going to help you out here. But we are going to be doing the hit with Nunal here. I will, how about I'll show you guys the fight first, and then I'll break down the team, what my thought process is, and why we're doing exactly what we're doing. So let's play. This is a loss. This is not about winning here. Why did I choose this? Because I feel like the fight didn't matter too much. Because you'll see why in a second here. If you haven't used Edda yet, you will understand why I used her. And we'll go over each unit specifically. You know what? Let's do it inside the video, right? Abyss is here because Abyss she's like rolling the dice. She is the most consistent way to get magic defense down on a character while also being the right speed. I wanted her to be fast. I wanted her to be faster than my other characters. Outlaw Crosswoman has a magic defense down. It's good, but he's so slow that I thought he would be too slow for the team. Plus, Abyss is just honestly pretty darn good. Next up here, we are going to have this guy take his sweet ass time. We have Cole here. Now, Cole has a very simple job here. Cole holds the perfect assassin aura skill. For all Alacerity allies, increase attack by 10%, crit by 15, and crit damage by 15. Now, we're doing our damage here with Nunal here, meaning we got the perfect assassin buff, and we got the, all receive buff. So we got crit damage, we got attack speed, we got 15% crit as well. Even Candlelight is here, right? But that's not particularly important for this exact part. So he's literally here for the aura. We just want them to live for that. Why won't you minimize that? Let me minimize that. There we go. We're gonna have Cole run around and do stuff. So inner light, because we need 4 energy on our first turn in order to use our deadly aim, which does 160% damage. It is not the most insane powerful attack. However, it basically has an insane range. And it is one of the higher damage attacks, but also it basically gives you a guaranteed crit. When you're attacking someone with the hangman's mark, you get a 60% crit rate. Combined with this is you get a crit rate of 30% and crit damage by 30%. And on top of this, the sniping stance will also give you an additional attack and crit. So you're at 100% crit by default. And most importantly here, her own crossbow. Damage is increased by 3% up to 30% based on tiles. All right, so we have a little bit of a cheeky trick here that I think is really fun, and we'll show you here. So Candlelight is here, 2 main reasons, all right? To give us the energy that we need, but also to use this attack up. Basically, I need attack up on this character because we're trying to do as much damage as possible. I need damage up on them. We don't need crit up because it doesn't increase our damage, it's our crit chance. But basically, this is the best character for getting us energy and getting us attack up all in one kit. So there we go. We're doing that. And she also is going to apply the Hangsman mark. So she does 3 jobs. So now we have Deadly Aim. We activated Sniper Stance, and we activated Deadly Aim. So we are now locked onto that enemy. Now we get to use the Wine Barrel Casing. This is where shit gets good. So we're going to throw the Wine Barrel. This is super important. Once you apply Liquor to someone, you can take a look here. Liquor. It lowers their magic defense by 40%, reduces their speed and their movement. The movement isn't as important on a guy that doesn't move, I'll admit. But the speed will let us get another round of actions, which is nice. But really, it's the 40% magic defense. Now, we're going to give her a damage up 3 buff, a 30% damage buff. So if we take a look here, we're going to wait a second. We'll see before the attack goes off. So luckily, our characters all lived here. If any of them died, that would have sucked. And I would have been like, why did I choose such a hard fight? So watch this. So first, we're doing erosion. right? So erosion is here specifically. That way we could try to get this magic defense down. So now they have negative 80% magic defense, right? 40% here, 40% here, and they do stack because they are completely separate buffs. Now we're going to get a little crazy. We got Warhorn on them, all right? Now with Warhorn, they are at 0 magic defense because that's 40%, 40%, and Warhorn does another 20%, which that adds up to 100%. They have 0 magic defense. And they also get 60% more increased damage. So that's really good. You're going to see a second cheeky thing here that I like. We use maneuver command. Okay, so that's that we teleported Nunal 6 spaces away. But because she already locked on with her deadly aim, even though it's a range of 5, she is still going to make this attack. She is still locked on. It doesn't matter if you teleport her away. And now we are getting that full 10 tile benefit as well. So she's getting another 30% damage. I think that's all the buffs. So let's take a quick look at her really quick, all right? She's got 2,658 attack. She has got, I mean, if we look at her, I don't even think I can look at her equipment. She's got the best equipment I can equip on, basically. 20% physical attack. 40% physical defense, sure. 15% crit and attack. The defense we don't care about. 30% increased damage, 10% increased damage, another 15% crit, another 15% crit. Also, this is going to do 30% increased damage. This is going to be a guaranteed crit with another 30% crit damage when you actually hit someone and you crit them. So that is the setup for this. It's kind of a lot, but it works. Cole is just here to be for the aura, but you know, they're still walking around doing their job. Now we are ready to enjoy the fruits of our labor after we actually apply the Hangman's Mark. There we go. Now we are going to hit for 17,795. We lose this fight, all right? That wasn't enough, but that's a pretty fucking big hit. 17,795. That is currently the highest damage that I could figure out how to deal. Maybe I could figure out a different unit. Maybe you could do something with Barrel, but she has the 3-hit attack. I don't know. I was thinking maybe Flame Sorceress could do something because she has a 200%, but she doesn't have that guaranteed crit going on, so that might be a little complex. Also, if you add an additional sort by rarity, please. If you have a 6th slot, you could easily add, instead of Cole, you could add or in addition to Cole, you could add Dandelion, because Dandelion has the Iria buff here, where you'll get an additional 20% damage to enemies affected by 3 or more debuffs, so you get 10% more attack. I actually don't know if I don't think you'll get the 10% more attack, but you will get the 20% more damage to enemies affected by 3 or more debuffs. So that'd be another way to get 20% damage pretty easily. You could also, with a 6th slot, you could apply vulnerable to someone, right? If you can find a way to apply vulnerable, that's another way to maybe increase damage. But that's currently my record here. Just to kind of go over, the only equipment that really matters is for speed reasons. I have one of my characters has the legendary an item. I don't remember who it is. It's not important. Oh, it's Abyss. Abyss has it. Abyss has it. It's the one that lets me boost the speed of someone by 50 points. That just allows me to manipulate the turns a little bit better for the units I wanted to use. I mean, it's a good item, but it wasn't like completely essential to make it work. And then Nunal here is using a level 50 bow, not even a level 50 armor here, but I figured when there are no allies within 4 tiles, it increased her attack and her crit, so that just seemed like the best pure damage. However, doing something that increases her actual attack stat might have been better. Maybe find a way to injure her, maybe just give her the flat 6%. Then we have the crit, which isn't great, but it does have 10% physical. There is another Verdict of Justice that could increase crit damage, which might be better, but I don't have any ideal gear. And then we're just using a stat stick here, right? This isn't really the most important thing here. The Whale Hunter, if it was leveled up, is one I would use. You know, you try to get infection on the character, and then you're doing 20% more damage to all enemies with infection. Another way to do more damage. But yeah, that is my build for the most damage I could figure out. I want to see you do better. I bet you can, but I felt like that's a pretty good number. I don't know, but it's a first attempt. I want to track the highest single damage that I can forever. I want to always have, what's the most damage anyone's ever done? Maybe there's damage cap. Maybe we get to 99999, you know, not right away, but I want to track this. I want to keep, and you're going to get an official, I don't know, maybe you'll get a big damage energy role inside of Discord as the official record holder in my community as the highest damage. I like that idea. Anyway, that's all for today, guys. A challenge has been issued. Show me your videos. Show me your clips. You could message them and directly to me in game as well, so I could see your replay, and we could review. Once we get 10 of them, we could kind of see these numbers and see what people are doing, see how creative you can get. Anyway, much love. Purplatypus is Purplatypus. Bye.
Platypus on the rise, watch the views go.